When someone says or does something that is inappropriate toward you, rather than remaining silent and be a victim, know that you have the right to speak up, stand up to defend yourself. A behavior will continue until you address the issues, until you say or do something about it. When someone says or do something to you that you don't like, it will make you feel a certain way about yourself. It affects your self-esteem. It affects your overall well-being. If people don't care of how you feel, then at least the person who should be caring of how you feel, it is yourself. What I would do is I will go over some of the scenarios where someone may say or does something that is inappropriate toward you, and what you can say back to the person to address the issues for that behavior to stop. This video was meant to create it for women. However, if you are a man who's watching this and you are encountered into something similar, I hope that the information in this video will be of helpful to you. And if you know of any woman out there who are experiencing something similar, then please do share this information with that person, hoping there's going to be a positive change in someone's life. Now I'm going to go over scenario number 1 when someone says something inappropriate toward you. This happened, it could be when someone who is not your lover, spouse, boyfriend, and then the person call you something like sweetie, babe, something that is inappropriate, that you found it to be disrespectful, that you found it to be offensive, that you did not like. Then you cannot just remaining silent and letting that person to call you any names they want to. Instead, all you have to say to the person is, don't call me that. Don't call me that. Or you can say, that is very inappropriate. Don't call me that. And that is it. Don't assume that a behavior will stop on its own. No matter what non-verbal communication you are trying to give to the person, your facial expressions that you show you don't like what they are doing, some people, they cannot read signals. And even they are able to identify that you don't like what they are saying or doing to you. But guess what? Some of them don't even care of how you feel. They do it just because of their own joy and pleasure. If they do not care of how you feel, then why are you caring so much of how they feel, and for you to remaining silent and allowing them to walk all over you and mistreating you in a way that is affecting your self-esteem, affecting your well-being, and you're not going to live life fully happy as an individual. Scenario number 2. Scenario number 2 happens when someone is dressing you with his eyes. He looks at you intensively, making you feel uncomfortable and disrespectful. There are guys out there that are portraying themselves as of low value, being creepy, being weird, whatever they got going on. Now, they are showing you their lust toward you by looking at you intensively, and you don't have any attraction for this person. You're not interested in this person, and they don't care how you feel, and they just continue to look at you in a way like they are going to swallow you. And it looks very lustful and disgusting. In a way, they are raping you with their eyes. When this happens, stop remaining silent. Find that courage in you. And all you have to say to the person is, don't look at me like that. Or you can say, what you got going on? Don't look at me with those disrespectful eyes. Or, what you got going on? You are looking at me creepy. Whatever it is that you need to say it to the person. Or else they will continue to look at you disrespectfully. And sometimes people may be looking at someone creepily and they might not notice whatever they are doing is creeping the woman out, then at least you point it out to them so they notice what they are doing, make people feel uncomfortable. When guys look at you in a lustful manner and that you don't have attraction for them, it is feeling very disgusting, very disrespectful. And it's happened to me. It's happened with both males and females, where they were lesbian looking at me like they want to swallow me, and it just make me feel uncomfortable. And then there are guys, and especially older guys, looking at me like they're raping me with their eyes, and that is just very disrespectful. You should not tolerate such behaviors. Find the strength in you and know that you have the right to speak up. It could be rooted down to your childhood experience, that you were a victim of bullies, or that you felt you did not have the right to speak up or stand up or protecting yourself. And it's just a habit that you have, that you're just remaining silent. So now you just have to find that courage in you to be more assertive and just to say something to the other person, rather than for you to worry so much of how they feel, why they don't even care of how you feel. So you need to let go and stop overly worrying of how that person feels, and for you to care more and think more of yourself, and for you to know that you have the right to speak up and stand up for yourself, and it's okay to encounter into conflict and remove that fear that you have about afraid to get in conflict with people, afraid of the negative outcomes. But what is the negative outcome that can happen is for you to feel so bad about yourself. You hate yourself. Scenario number 3 happens when someone touches you on your back, your hand, your shoulders, or any part of your body that you do not want their hands to be laid on. When that happens, you need to say something about it. And usually when people don't have strong and healthy boundaries, they allow others to say or do anything to them, and they don't even know if those things were acceptable and they should be speaking up for themselves. So it is essential for children at a younger age to develop healthy boundaries, to learn to speak up for yourself and to be assertive. That way you will be able to know when someone does something that is crossing your boundaries, and from there you can speak up and defend yourself, rather than for you just to be completely silent, ignore the issues, and later on feeling so bad of what just happened. So when someone touches you, any part of your body that you do not want, they try to feel you in a way that you just feel that they are disrespecting you, that you don't want it, then all you have to say is, don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's it. Don't touch me. What you got going on? Don't touch me. What are you doing? Stop touching me. Whatever it is, you must say something. Saying something is better than not saying anything. When you make it a habit to always speak up for yourself, then eventually you will fine-tune of your dialogue of what you should be saying to the other person. It's okay to make mistakes, but it is not okay for you to keep remaining silent and you don't see the growth in you. Scenario 4, the next scenario happens when someone invades into your space. They're being too close to you, that make you feel uncomfortable, and you don't like what is happening. You don't have attractions or interest in this person, and now they're trying to get too close to you and even going to the extent of touching you. In this situation, what you can say to the person is, you are invading into my space. And if the person touches you, then you say, you are invading into my space and stop touching me. Another scenario happens when someone did something inappropriate toward you. You confront the person. Now that person say, I didn't do anything. When this happened, all you have to say to the person is, I am not stupid. I know what you did. And this is pretty much what I wanted to share with you in this video. And know that being a woman in your life, you will encounter into all different type of guys, and when someone does or say something that is inappropriate toward you, you have to say something about it. You have to do something about it rather than remaining silent and be a victim. You don't deserve that. You have the right to protect your well-being.